Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me. I am still T Mosso at thewatchbox.com. It's still in the description below. It is still your purchase and pricing information email for inquiring about the price of this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Please reach out to me directly. I am T Mosso at thewatchbox.com for pricing details. Today we're discussing what I believe to be the greatest Reverso case size ever devised. This is the Reverso Grand Taille, and while it's larger than the petite and somewhat archaic Classique, this was a case size devised in the early 1990s for the 60th anniversary Reverso, and it was considered at the time to be the big one, hence Grand Taille. But it is not big in any objective sense. It's perfectly sized. 26 millimeters across, 10 millimeters thick, from lug tip to lug tip, 42.2 millimeters, with a spacing between the lugs of 19 millimeters. Now, when we throw it on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, it might look a little bit bigger than it is because I have to pull this unconditioned and unbroken in brand new strap tight, but it wears beautifully, and I would know because I've owned two Reversos in this size, which I consider to be ideal for wrists as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. Down the barrel really tells the tale, and you can see these stubby lugs come nowhere near the edge of my wrist. If you want a comparable, it wears like a 37 to 38 millimeter round watch, and with a rolled case flank and a thin profile, it will slip underneath the cuff. The strap, which has some stuffing or bolstering to give it volume, is a large rectangular scale alligator leather, semi-gloss and dark brown. It has a sheer cut side showing the layers of leather used, a monotone brown stitch, and it is calfskin on the bottom, and you can see a brand new JLC factory strap. There is a pin buckle right here. Because this is a dress watch, pin buckle feels just right. Taking a quick look, you can see that the crown is somewhat countersunk into the case flank, so it doesn't stick out. You can also see that not only is the crown unobtrusive because of its countersink, but the Reverso case is a lot more complex than you might have suspected if you only viewed the soldier shots of these things as retailed online. The case flank is barrel-shaped. You could see that the lugs are actually conical and squared off and dramatically sloped. It has these gadroons or strakes that wrap all the way around the case. And from the beginning of the Reverso line back in 1931, the idea was that this was going to be a sports watch. So the front would be a glass crystal so you could tell the time, and then you'd flip it over and the case back would be solid so that if you hit it or, as the story goes, struck it with a polo mallet, you would not shatter the crystal. You'd simply turn it over to its metal side for sport, flip it back again so you could read the time. But almost from the very beginning, people started using that case back as a platform for personalization. And today, Jaeger-LeCoultre offers an in-house personalization program for these watches, meaning this one has already been customized, featuring the hand-engraved image of a rampant horse in motion. It is a beautiful and universally appealing image. It doesn't matter who you are, you're going to find some romantic association in your own life that is connected to that horse. And as you can see, it is beautifully done, deep engraving, and artistically crafted by a master in Le Sentier. The dial, classic Art Deco design. You have broadsword hands, a wave guilloche at center, vertically arrayed simple Arabic numerals, small seconds. You have the rectangle within a rectangle within a rectangle, a recursive design that could easily elude your eye if you didn't carefully study this watch. And the Grand Taille case shape is one among the current and recent production that comes closest to the so-called golden ratio of 1 to 1.618. So the Reverso always coming very close to that mathematical type of aesthetic beauty. You could see internally it has been engine turned, and on the reverse it has been satinated. The case, which has no fewer than 50 individual components, is 30 meters water resistant, and inside a properly sized and shaped JLC manufacture caliber 822 created for the Grand Taille case size, manual wind, 45-hour power reserve. It has a 3 hertz beat rate and pivots on 21 joules. And then a timepiece for the ages. This is the JLC. If you're going to get an Omega and just one, get a Moonwatch. If you're buying a Patek, just one, Calatrava or Nautilus. Audemars Piguet, Royal Oak. If you're going with Jaeger-LeCoultre, go with the Reverso. And if you're going with the Reverso, go with the Grund tie. Reach out to me. I am T Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.